Man, the principal, his assassination attempt might just work. I'm thinking it might just work, man. Cause Sensei's already got hit by one grenade. I don't know. But obviously, obviously the story's not gonna end here. I'm just saying that it's kind of hard for me to think of a way out outside of Sensei literally just locking in and solving the problems. But who knows what's gonna happen, man? All I know is that the series can't just end here, so Sensei is probably going to survive. But maybe not. No.
2学期期末テストは僕らの圧勝に終わった。
Crush.
けど、それを良しとしない理事長先生が、殺先生の解雇通知を
Yeah, bro, this man just cannot take a fucking L, man.
盾に一方的な賭け勝負を挑んできた。
さあ、殺先生。私の教育の礎の一つとなってください。
What is your philosophy? That life is unfair, so we're gonna treat everyone unfairly and just discriminate against a bunch of people just because fuck them? Is that really your philosophy? Because if so, that's a pretty good metaphor for capitalism, isn't it? I keep harkening on that, but yeah.
Hi! 開いて解いて閉じました。この問題集シリーズ、ほぼほぼどのページにどの問題があるのか覚えています。
Then math was the only challenge. Okay, because what? You don't remember the math workbooks for some reason?
だけ難関でした。生徒に長く貸していたので忘れてまして。
私が持ってきた問題集なのに、たまたま覚えていたとは。
まさか、日本中すべての問題集を覚え。
All of Japan's workbooks. All of them. Just every single fucking one. How does that fit, man? What is inside this man's brain? This man's brain is just completely full to the brim with knowledge.
問題が解けるまで爆弾の前から動けない。こんなルール、情熱がある教師ならばクリアできます。あなたなら私を分かってくれていると思っていましたが。
I mean, how could he have guessed that you would have memorized every problem in every single page of every single Japanese workbook? That's fucking insane.
教え子の敗北で心を乱したようですね。安易な暗殺であなたは自分自身の首を絞めた。残り一冊。あなたの番です。
The tables have turned. Now it's his turn to solve a problem. Imagine if he gets the human grenade too.
どうですか？目の前に自分の死がある気分は。
There's only a 25% chance that this is the anti-human grenade, basically a normal grenade, but that's not a very good chance, is it? I mean, I would want a 0% chance of me dying, you know? But then again, there's never a 0% chance of you dying, right? You can always get into like a car accident or anything. Just living life means that, ironically, living life means that you give yourself a higher chance of dying, but you can't just live in safety all the time. I'm not gonna make that kind of tangent.
死の直前に垣間見る走馬灯。
What?
その完璧な脳裏に何が映っているのでしょうか。先生。
Oh, this did used to be an old schoolhouse, so I guess this is where he began as his path to an educator. Alright then, let's get back to the rest of the episode. Let live time. No idea what that means. Or let live. Now I'm thinking of live and let die, I don't know why. Well,
2人の怪物が同じ学校で教鞭を取った。一人は強さを食いたから。一人は弱さを食いたから。
What? What did you just say? Two monsters took up teaching at the same school. One to repent of his strength, and one to repent of his weakness.
一人は
What? Okay, hold on. Let me try and break this down. So, one to repent of his strength it's Kodo Sensei, right? Because Kodo Sensei is so strong, and he's going to fucking destroy the world in March, right? So he's repenting of his strength by teaching here. Okay, so I'm assuming that Asano is to repent of his weakness. So I guess it makes sense as to why he made the structure as it is, because he's kind of compensating for something, creating this really class hierarchy, uh, because he remembers his own past and how weak he was. So that's why he made the his school the way it was, right? And I guess he also taught at this school with his humble beginnings to repent of his weakness.
弱さを悔いたから。
What?
池田君、今日も私を倒せなかったね。さ、約束だ。今日もいい子で勉強しようか。
相変わらずバカ。
Now he also gave them the task of assassinating him. No way he also did that, right?
ってもんだな、佐野先生は。なあ、佐野先生。なんでこんな山の上の廃校を借りて塾なんて始めたの？
海外の一流大学出てすごい資格も取ってんでしょ？
Good question.
とお金の無駄遣いな気がします。ここ来るの無駄に。
Maybe. Well, it's to repent his weakness. So maybe he lost his wife or something. I think that's probably it.
疲れるし。
世の中に無駄なんてないんだよ、永井君。君の体力不足を鍛えるにはこの山道はうってつけだろ。
お金はこの塾赤字でしょ？
心配ないよ、森さん。赤字分は株式投資で。
Yo, bro's a stock trader. Bro invests in the S&P 500. The Dow is over 50,000. We should be talking about that, not Jeffrey Epstein. Well, the Dow's not over 50,000 now, huh?
才能あるから適当にや
Well,
っ
at
て。
the time I'm making this video, it's not above 50,000. Maybe by the time it's uploaded, if it is, it will be below that, above that.
稼げるんだ。今月はプラス50万くらいかな。
完璧正直。
500,000 in the black in 1 month. That's pretty good, right? That's a pretty decent salary in ringgit.
先生って完璧だけど教師バカだよな。そこまでして俺らをどう育てたいんだよ。
Bro, he's already been educating you. 3.14! Pi mention, bro. Shout out to Pi. Favorite number. E can get out of here, bro. Fuck E.
簡単だよ。いい生徒に育ってくれればいい。でも、いいの基準は人それぞれだ。池田君は元気がいい。森さんは容量がいい。永井君は真面目がいい。でも、みんなのいいところを伸ばすには、教える私は全てのいいを熟知している必要がある。
Yeah.
必要だから完璧になっ。
Okay, so basically, he made himself fucking perfect. So that he could, know all that is good, so that he could teach all that is good onto his students. That is really dumb. I don't need to explain why that's really dumb. You don't need to be good at everything to be a teacher. That's why there are specialist teachers, teachers that specialize in a specific subject so they can teach that. But even then, if you want to be a broad teacher, you still don't need to be perfect. You just need to be good enough that you can teach them what you know, what they need to know. And what they need to know is probably just as much as you know.
他に過ぎないんだ。私塾の滑り出しは上々だった。彼ら3人が記念すべき第一期生。
Wait, those are like the only 3 students? Man, that's basically getting like a private tutor.
雑音のない山奥で各自の長所を存分に育てる。
Yeah.
私の志す理想の教育だ。
What happened to him, bro? Like he seems like a much more chill guy. How did he get off the deep end? Did his students fucking die on him or something?
おい、声かけたんだしよけろよ。とろいな。
塾終わったらすぐこれだ。乱暴者。
俺バスケ選手になるんだもん。勉強ばっかしてるやつの気がし。
Also, funny how he has good boys on his shirt when he's being a bad boy. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think there's a correlation there.
でね。
池田君、いい夢だ。じゃあ私と。
What the fuck? Okay, this animation with the dribbling was kind of ass. But then, what is this? What is this? Bro did like a backflip. Slammed. What is that? Bro, he's styling on him.
ワンオンワンで勝負しようか。
勝てるわけねえじゃん、完璧超人に。
まあね、まだ君には備わってない実力を私は持っている。
I do have abilities you haven't yet been given. Bro, stop glazing yourself, bro. You're riding your own meat.
同じように君のいいところを誰しもが持っているわけじゃない。
ごめんな、長井。
いいよ。
Oh, that's nice.
誰しも決
Alright, I thought he was gonna be like a villain, a bit of a villain, antagonistic character, but nah. He admits where he's wrong. He was a bit cocky. It's more than most kids could realize, really.
点はある。それぞれをケアして将来社会でいかん。
What is he? Oh, okay, I thought he was grabbing this dude's chest, and I was like, what are you doing? But no, he's trying to get the ball.
なく長所を発揮できる人材を育てる。
Yeah.
私は全力で考えて授業に当たった。あっという間の1年、生徒たちはよくついてきてくれた。
What happened?
これは
What?
クヌギの葉っぱ型のネクタイピン。
みんなでお金出し合って買ったんだ。
株の儲けからしたらはした金。
That's a nice present, I guess. Does he still wear it? I can't remember. I'd have to look back at his design, but I don't think he wears it anymore.
だろうけどさ。
うん。確かに昨日も700万稼ぎ。
Okay, 7 million is incredibly in one day. That is incredible. Though, like Drew Gooden said, the easiest way to make $1 million is to already have 100 million, because that's just a 1% return on investment. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
それを言っちゃうからこの先生は。
けど嬉しいよ。
Aw.
みんな志望の中学に入れたし。
全部浅野先生のおかげだよ。
Oh, this is a primary school, not like this is a what's below middle school? I don't know what's below a middle school because I don't follow that system, but this is a primary school as we would call it in the British system. Huh. I thought they were middle school kids like, you know, the rest of the ass class.
大人になったらいいやつになって会いに来るよ。
すでに十分だ。本当にいい生徒に育ってくれた。
Ah, what went wrong?
私の経歴や実績を見て子供たちを預けてくれる親も増えた。
I mean, yeah, I mean, he may not have much experience as an educator, but considering how he has so much qualifications and he's just doing this out of the goodness of his heart, I mean, yeah, I think I would also consider, especially if the tuition fee is pretty low, which it probably is.
3年が経つ頃には塾は大盛況になっていった。お、3年ぶりか。池田くん、久しぶりだね。
久しぶり先生。絶好調らしいじゃん。
多少はね。どうした急に。
ああ、別に元気してるかと思ってさ。
Ooh, that expression, man. I think he's maybe not a delinquent, but I don't think he's very much cruising through high school. I don't think he's doing too well.
私は相変わらずさ。君の方こそやんちゃで迷惑かけてないかい？
No, right?
なわけねえだろ。教え通り思いやりの塊になったっつうの。
That's compensating too much. I can tell. He's lying out his ass. Oh no, bro, Ikeda, whatever your name was. Fuck. Is this what? No way. This is why he goes down the deep end, right? No way. Asano goes down the deep end because one of his students became a delinquent or some shit.
忙しそうだし、またかけるわ。投資の金でうまい飯でもおごってよ。じゃ。
来週彼の家の近くに用事がある。
What?
立ち寄ってみるか。
自殺ですってよ。部活の先輩にたちが悪い。
What? I mean, I told you he wasn't doing well, but fuck. He I can't even I can't what am I supposed to say, man? That took a turn. Holy shit.
のがいたらしくって、暴力はもちろんお金を随分取られてたみたい。中学の頃から評判の優しい子になってたけど、だからってねえ、少しくらい抵抗してもよかったのに。
私は一体何？
He should have stood up for himself a little. I mean, fuck, man. Like, yeah, but being bullied is like, can you really, like, tattling to a teacher and shit? It could get you even more trouble. I don't know, man. It's more delicate than just, oh, you should stand up for yourself. No, it's probably a bit more complex than that.
私は一体何を教えてきたんだ。
And then he blamed
いい
himself.
生徒に育てるだと。
Oh, the other two are here too. Fuck.
年で死ぬのがいい生徒だったと言えるのか。強い生徒に育てなければ何の意味もなかったんだ。
Alright.
ならば強いとは何なのか。まず教える私が熟知している必要がある。
That's true. You can only really teach what you know. Right? What is strength? Right? What does it mean to stand up for yourself? That's an interesting question. And honestly, I can't answer that really.
そこから先は早かった。
Well, mainly strength. Standing up for yourself, I can understand.
あらゆる強さを学び尽くした。私の生徒を殺した男たちは言葉巧みにギャンブル中毒の廃人。
Bro, I thought he was gonna like sabotage the. Well, he did sabotage their lives. I thought he was gonna like, I don't know, like fuck them up physically or financially. But no, he was just like, he just made them be like, hey, don't you like to do drugs? You know, gambling. That's pretty cool, right? Nah, really? Just like, you just manipulated them to go down a gambling addiction.
へと導いた。洗脳の技術は彼らで高めた。
Brainwashing.
学校を新たに開き、私の弱さの象徴だったあの校舎は弱者への見せしめの場所にした。
Oh, the camp. Wow. The campus. The campus that symbolized my lack of strength would serve as an object lesson to the weak. So the reason he uses this campus in particular for the E class is because it was the campus of the weak. The campus where he cultivated weak students. So that is why Nagisa said in the beginning that he went on this path to be an educator and was a teacher there to make up for repent for his weakness.
弱者への見せしめの場所にした。
Fire.
強く、ただ強く育てねば。いざとなれば他人を生贄にしてでも自分だけは生き残れる強い生徒。そのためには金と人材がもっと必要だ。
More money.
教育に使えるものは何でも使う。一人でも多く強者。
Yeah, this reminds me of the fucking Lorax. You know the Biggering song that got cut? Reminds me of that, you know? I need a better office, a bigger chair, a bigger desk, a bigger staff, that kind of shit.
育てるために。そして今、弱者も強者も私の元から去ってゆき。
But why did you... Who's to say your definition of strong is correct? By all accounts, the E class is strong, being able to completely... completely overcome so many obstacles and a deck stacked against them. The fact that they could actually win, that shows that they're strong.
目の前には死だけが残った。
さあ 浅野理事長、最後の一冊を開きます
He looks like a fucking pear.
か。いくらあなたが優れていても爆弾入りの問題集を開けばただでは済まない。あんたが持ち出した賭けだぜ。死にたくなきゃ潔く負けを認めちまえよ。
Hey, come on.
それに私たち、もし理事長が殺先生をクビにしても構いません。
この校舎から離れるのは寂しいけど、私たちは殺先生
Wow, look at that, the loyalty. Even if it means leaving the school, they'll go wherever Koro sensei goes. Look at that. Such loyal students. I feel like that'll be such a compliment to a teacher, you know? The fact that despite the less prestigious nature of not just the E class, but just any school that's not Kuni Go Gaka or whatever, they're still willing to go wherever Koro sensei goes. Consequences be damned. Sure, you could say it's part of the bounty, but as a teacher, I would be very moved by that statement.
についていきます。
家出してでもどこかの山奥にこもってでも僕らは3月まで暗殺教室を続けます。
今年の E 組の生徒はいつも私の教育の邪魔をする。ここまで正面切って歯向かわれたのは何度目だろうか。コロ先生、私の教育論ではね、あなたがもし地球を滅ぼすならそれでも
Well, then your philosophy's a piece of shit. Oh, you could destroy the world and it wouldn't fucking matter. The weak die and the strong live. Huh? Bro, that's a pretty shit philosophy, isn't it?
いいんですよ。地球がなくなれば結末は全員平等に訪れる。私の生徒だけが不利益を被ることもない。それは私の教育の一つの理想だ。
What? My students won't be the only ones suffering defeat. So, in his heart, he probably knows this isn't right. Probably doesn't really buy this philosophy. It's just that he wants to suffer in defeat the same way his weak students did due to his failures. Damn. I still hate the principal though. Just he has a backstory, which I mean we all expected that.
一つの理想だ。
He shed his skin for him. Ah, look at that.
私の脱皮をお忘れですか。
月に一度の技か。なぜそれを自分に使わなかった。
あなた用に温存しました。私が賭けに勝てばあなたは間違いなく自爆を選ぶでしょうから。
なぜ私の行動が断言できる。
似た者同士。
Yeah, but also you did try to blow yourself up, bro. Like, yes, you did. Don't pretend like you didn't.
だからです。お互いに意地っ張りで教育バカ。自分の命を使ってでも教育の完成を目指すでしょう。テストの間に昔のあなたの塾の生徒に聞いてきました。
Look at that.
あなたの教師像や起こったことも。私の求めた教育の理想は十数年前のあなたの教育とそっくりでした。
It's not really cultivating weak students, it's compassionate students, right? Like, the boy couldn't stand up for himself. Yeah, obviously you need to be able to stand up for yourself, but it's giving students strength via compassion. His philosophy is giving students strength via subjugation. Basically, make everyone fear everyone else and force them to grow strong versus making everyone grow strong via community and just, I don't know, love or whatever. I'm a cheesy man, I don't know.
私があなたと比べて恵まれていたのはこの E 組があったことです。まとまった人数が揃っているから、同じ境遇を共有してるから試練にも団結して耐えられる。 一人で溜め込まず相談できる。そして理事長、この E 組を作り出したのは他でもない
That is
あな
true.
たな
And he does wear the pin with the leaf there. I thought he didn't, but he still wears that pin. He still cares about his students from back then.
のですよ。結局あなたは昔描いた理想の教育を無意識に続けていたんです。このナイフで殺せるのは私だけ。人間の命を奪えと教えるわけがない。私もあなたも理想は同じです。殺すのではなく生かす教育。
An education should not put down another student. An education should lift everyone up. Let everyone live. Title drop, by the way. But yeah, that's the best educational philosophy. You should not rule via fear, right? I think obviously carrot and the stick. You don't want to give too many carrots, but you also don't want to whack the donkey too much with a stick.
これからもお互いの理想の教育を貫きましょう。
外で遊ぶ
Also,
のは
are you giving him the knife? You want him to stab you or some shit?
外で遊ぶのはいいが、サボりは良くないな、池田くん。
へん、子供っつったら勉強よか運動だろ。
うん。じゃあこうしようか。一日に一度、いつでも先生を攻撃していい。当てられたらその日の授業はサボってもいいよ。
マジで約束できんの？
ああ。
最後までやり通せよ、浅野先生。
Wow, he was the original ass class. Wow, I didn't expect that. So, I guess Koro Sensei really did just adopt the entirety of Asano's whole educational style from back then, you know, with the whole, oh, kill me, and oh, if you touch me, I'll let you skip class. Basically the same thing there, except Koro Sensei, it's much easier because he has a bounty on his head. But he's still using those same methods. In a way, Asano, they've been pointing to this the entire time, but Asano and Koro Sensei, they are very alike. They're basically the same person. It's just that Asano took a wrong path, but I think Koro Sensei is going to set him back on the right one.
途中で逃げんのはなしだかんな。
私の教育は常に正しい。この10年余りで強い生徒を数多く輩出してきた。ですがあなたも今、私のシステムを認めたわけですし、温情を持ってこの E 組は存続させることとします。
寝る。
And he's holding close to the leaf, the knife close to the leaf. There's some symbolism there, I don't know.
存続させることとします。
寝る。相変わらず素直に負けを認めませんね。
He's like, oh yes, I guess I will allow the E class to remain. Kinda tsundere, bro.
それと、たまには私もやりに来ていいですかね。
もちろんです。
Wow, we got the principal as our ally now. He's gonna come and do some assassinations himself.
公的種にはナイフが似合う。
完璧面が崩れてる。その顔はまた負けたね、父さん。
何か用かい、浅野くん。
いやね。この傷の慰謝料プラス英語ランクのステーキあたりで。
Oh, is it money? Cause I would want someone to pay for my medical bills if they did that to me.
負けまくった父親を慰めてやろうと思いまして。
Prime Kobe steak. Oh my. Oh wow. Oh shit, man. You taste for luxury. I mean, he is the child of the fucking principal, so yeah, obviously he'd have a taste for luxury. But I've had one Kobe steak in my entire life when I went to Japan, and it was fire. Apparently, it was a place that Mahathir Mohamad, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, frequented whenever he went to Japan. Imagine if Malaysian tax dollars were spent on a fucking Kobe steak dinner. I'll be crazy.
父親を慰めてやろうと思い。
Hopefully, it was personal funds he spent on that.
ほほう。DV だと訴えて法廷で戦ってもらったよ。君がどんなに成長しても永久に私には勝てはしな
I
い。
mean, there is pretty solid evidence that you did slap him across the face. So, I'm gonna say that he might be able to win that. But then again, you could wipe the CCTV footage and brainwash all the witnesses, huh?
なぜそう言い切れます？
私も成長を続けるからだ。教師として、親としてね。
ところで先生、テストのご褒美は？
にゃさあさあ、先生の決定的弱点を教えてあげる約束でしたね。
It's my students. He's gonna fucking say that, isn't he?
実は先生、意外とパワーがないんです。スピードに特化しすぎていて、特に静止状態だと触手一本なら人間一人でも抑えられる。
つまりみんなで触手をすべて抑えれば
先生の動きを止められる？
それができたら最初から苦労してねえよ。不可能なの。
Yo, this girl's grabbing one of them. Hey, everyone else complaining while she's actually putting in some work.
分かってて教えただろ。
ダメですかね。容量はヌタウナギをつかむ感覚です。
Ugh, what the fuck's a slime eel?
俺らこれから受験だって時に？
クラス委員会で浅野に文句は言ったんだけど、そしたら公開されたよ。
短期間でセリフや段取りをきっちり覚えこなす訓練。これもクヌギが丘中の教育方針だ。
But why? But why? But why? Memorizing lines and fuck it. I don't care. Sure.
それにどうせ君たちだ。なんとかするんだろう。
言うじゃんあいつ。
渚くん渚くん、主役やんなや主役。
また危なそうなお
What the hell? Abe Sara, this is mine. Probably some kind of Japanese reference we don't get.
ファーが来た。
茅野さんは？児童施設で演じた劇、すごい子供に受けてたよ。
Oh.
私は
中学生には通じねえだろ。幼児体系のやつに感情移入できねえもんな。
Bro, Terasaka, come on. Nah, bro, you've been pretty goated recently, but don't make fun of her like that. She hasn't done anything this entire show, but she's important because the OPs make her seem important.
私は小道具でもやりたいな。
じゃあメインのスタッフだけど、監督は三村、脚本は狭間が適任。
Why are you trusting the edgy, chuny goth girl to be the writer? I don't know about that.
で主役は
主役やりたい。
Really? Koro sensei? Nah, bro, that's vile. You the lead.
わけねえだろ。僕ら秘密が。そもそも大の大人が出しゃばってくんじゃねえや。だって先生劇の主役とか一度やってみたかったし、皆さんと一緒の舞台に立ちたいし。
いいわよ、書いてあげる。標的やら暗殺仲間の望みを叶える脚本。
Wow, damn, look at his face.
仲間の望みを叶える脚本。
His face is actually kind of cute there. Look at that.
よし、せっかくだ。本校舎の奴らを興奮の渦に叩き込もうぜ。
No way they're not gonna catch on though. I feel like Asano especially is gonna realize that something's fishy going on with Koro sensei if he plays the main lead. I don't know, man.
さて
The fuck is okay? Listen, I hit this pose sometimes too. You see this pose here? This dude, I do hit this pose sometimes as well.
で、お次は E 組か。ま、飯食いながら鼻では
Bruh, top 50 fucking students, right? Class E taking the top 50, and then they're like, Class E pieces of shit. Holy shit, bro, you guys should go fuck yourselves.
笑ってみてやろうぜ。
桃です。電波エコーで測定しました。これの中で胎児が育っているよ。
As a baby growing in a peach? Is this Princess Peach or some shit?
おじいさんの目の色が変わりました。瞬時にしてこの桃の価値を悟ったからです。
こりゃすげえ、とんだ珍品だぞ。マスコミが飛びつかないわけがねえ。
Well, you need to verify that the peach actually does have a baby inside, right? Like, I feel like that should be the first thing you do. Verify that with radiography or whatever.
見せ物にすりゃ俺は一生大金持ちだ、
離婚届です。おばあさんは別れることを迷っていました。ですが、子供の人権を無視するようなおじいさんの非道な言葉。俺たちではなく、俺という。
Oh, what? Ritsu is the one. I thought it was Kimura, but no, Ritsu is the one doing the narration right now. I guess that make. Well, she would probably be the best one, but I thought her voice sounds a little bit robotic, like a fucking Hatsune Miku.
言葉。おばあさんの心は今決まりました。
Also, that's a pretty powerful line. I and mine, not we and our. This man really just cares about himself only. He doesn't care about the child or her. So, she leaving, bro. You can have your fucking special peach, but divorce.
おばあさんの心は今決まりました。30年の結婚生活で2人の間にできた溝はまるで洗濯に行った川のよう。2人の空間の息苦しさは山の芝を燃やして出た。
The carbon dioxide. What the fuck? Oh my god, the imagery, the descriptions, holy shit. I'm also getting immersed into this, oh man.
CO2 のよう。
このまま俺のもんだ。夫婦の共有財産をどう分けるか世帯主のわしが決める。
弁護士です。
Lawyer. Down, 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 down.
奥様の代理人を務めます。以後の話は我々を通していただく。
桃の件ですが、婚姻関係は当の昔に破綻しており、財産分与の基準日はもう過ぎたと考えられます。モラハラの慰謝料を含むと桃一つでは足りません。
The peach counts as a fucking marital asset? I mean, I guess since it has worth, but holy shit, Sugino is his acting. I did not expect that. Damn.
おばあさんへの30年にわたる暴言、暴力。
Old lady? The fuck you mean old lady? I mean, I get that they're obviously middle schoolers, so they can't really act like they are old people, but you could have at least tried with some makeup.
10年にわたる暴言、暴力。生活費もずいぶん前から。
Oh, they're using the bitch sensei photo as like, ooh, he's sleeping around, he's cheating on her. What the hell is this red button? What's this thing?
入れておらず、証拠もすべて揃っていました。おじいさんに裁判で勝ち目はありませんでした。恫喝に雇った村の男たちは警察に。
Oh, I thought that was Bitch Sensei, but no, that's a different girl. She's not as stacked as Bitch Sensei.
連れて行かれました。おばあさんは新居に桃を持って帰りました。まるで命が選択されたような晴れやかな気持ち。
Freshly laundered? Like money laundering? No, like laundry. Yeah, like cleaned. Yeah. Like laundered makes me think of money laundering. And that's not something you want me to think about.
おばあさんの人生は桃とともに今始まったのです。
Damn. Yay! Sparkle, twinkle, twinkle! Get back to work, you slaves! Now it is a wild frame to cut to. What is this? Oh, oh no, it's not dogs.
犬、猿、キジです。どうやら人を襲う訓練をしているようです。畜生どもは餌をもらって無邪気に従って。
You really let yourselves get into this? They went along with this? Okajima, you went along with this shit? Bro, you quite literally being a fucking dog getting whipped. What is this shit?
邪悪なのは財産欲にまみれたおじいさんだけ。鬼ヶ島は私たち人間の心の中にあるのかもしれません。
The Demon Island Onigashima? Japanese reference I do not get.
生まれてくる桃の子にもいつしか鬼が宿るのでしょうか。
ぬる
お前は食欲なくなった。
That was heavy. What the fuck was that? What the hell? That was like, you can't even eat or anything. It's like, damn, you just gotta stir in your thoughts with that one. Now, my appetite's not ruined because I've been fasting all fucking day. But I can understand why these guys would don't want to eat after that.
言葉ってのはね、爪痕残してなんぼなのよ。
What did Nagisa do?
主役。どこまでもいい組は。
How dare they put on a good show? How dare they do good?
結局私の学校は一匹の怪物にまんまと手入れをされてしまった。だがあの E 組はこの劇のように平穏無事に終幕しない。防衛省から聞いた限りの情報と、そしてここでの私自身の体験から、私だけが次に何が起こるのか予測がつく。かつてなく大きな嵐が過ぎた後で、あなたはまだ教師でいられますか？
The biggest storm ever. The final assassination attempt. We got a hint of that from Karasuma some point. The Ministry of Defense is definitely planning that. Oh, I mean, we still got 12 episodes left, so I think things are gonna come to a head probably a bit later on in the season. Alright. That's it for another episode of Ass Class Assassination Classroom. Interesting. The backstory for the principal. I mean, he's still a piece of shit, but I guess it makes sense. Like, he wanted to make his students strong after feeling like he made them weak, cultivated weak students. He failed them as an educator. I mean, it's probably not his fault, right? There's a lot of factors go into that circumstance. Then after that, a nice kind of wholesome interaction between him and his son. Then the drama thing was pretty cool as well. It's very kind of random, but it was pretty cool. I still think it's pretty bullshit though that the one, like, just to make the cliffhanger, the one workbook that Koro Sensei didn't memorize was the first one that, you know, that the Asano principal gave. That's pretty bullshit, but I mean, other than that, pretty nice episode. I mean, every episode of this show is pretty nice. Very few bad ones, but we're getting more and more hints into the final assassination attempt on Koro Sensei, the Ministry of Defense's plan. I don't know. We'll see what happens next. But that's gonna be it for the reaction. In case you're still here, get out. But not before subscribing, liking, ringing the bell, commenting down below, and be sure to check out the playlist over there for even more Assassination Classroom Ass Class content. And as always, until next time,